This poor widow lived in a faraway village with her 3 handsome sons, but there were no girls in the village, so the boys decided to travel and find brides. Their journey took them through a deep forest, where they spotted a tiny wooden cottage. An old man welcomed them inside for the night. In the morning he said, "When you return, bring me a beautiful maiden as my wife." The brothers laughed quietly, thinking, a young bride for this gray old man, but they agreed and moved on. They reached a powerful kingdom. The king had 3 strong daughters, and soon a war broke out. The brothers fought like lions and crushed the enemy. Pleased, the king gave his daughters to them as wives. The 3 couples started home, but on the way they came back to the forest. The old man was waiting. "Where's my bride?" he asked. The brothers lowered their heads and said, "We didn't find one for you." Fury flashed in the old man's eyes. With a single spell, he turned the brothers and 2 princesses to stone. Only one maiden remained. She was forced to sweep, cook, and cry in that lonely house. One day she asked him, "Why did you turn them to stone?" The old man replied coldly, "Because my heart is stone." She asked, "Where is your stone heart?" He smirked. "Deep in the forest, inside a giant rock. And in that rock, there's a tiny bird. That bird holds my heart." Years passed. The poor widow still waited for her sons, but she gave birth to one more child. When the boy turned 12, she told him the truth, that his brothers had never returned. The boy didn't hesitate. He packed food and set out to find them. While resting, he shared his bread. Out of the forest came a mighty ram with curling horns. The boy fed it, and in return, the ram gave him a single hair. "Call me in danger, I'll come." Later, he shared his last crumbs with a dove. The bird gave him a feather and said, "Call me, and I'll come." At last, he reached the cottage. Only the maiden was there, and she told him everything. The stone curse, the hidden heart, the bird trapped inside the rock. The boy wasted no time. He went straight to the great stone in the middle of the forest. If only the ram were here, he sighed. At once, the ram appeared and smashed the boulder with its horns. Inside, a small bird fluttered wildly. The boy called the dove, and in a flash, it caught the bird in its beak. He carried it back to the cottage. As he approached, the old man clutched his chest. "What's happening?" "My heart beats again." The boy held out the bird. "Here, take back your heart." The old man placed it in his chest, and tears rolled down his face. The maiden demanded, "Now keep your promise. Free them all." The old man wept, nodded, and sprinkled life back onto the statue. The brothers and princesses returned to life. They embraced with tears of joy. Together, they held a grand wedding feast and finally returned home.